you could choose not to answer this though. Kane, Rakim. Rakim, Kane.
Rakim. Rakim. And I have to say that with confidence because these are two of my guys. Those are two of my guys right there. The lyrics, like mind state, like creativity, like just taking hip hop, you know, at a time when I'm going to school and I'm watching these cats going on. And there's a lot of other cats too. But yeah, these dudes was on it. And Rakim definitely embodied a lot of things that was intriguing to a youth like myself. And he was teaching cats, you know. And then
Did you use the dictionary for some of his rhymes ever? The source?
Nah.
Give me real.
Not like when Rakim came out. I had like my uncle was like a year older than me, and he was studying the wisdom. He was studying the 120, and he had plus degrees, and he was going in hard body. So I was really like, I was a student of him, and Rakim was the soundtrack of that. Rakim was the music while I was going to school, and I would come home and he would be like, yo, you know what I mean, Supreme Math and Supreme Alphabets and the 1 to 14 and the 1 to 32 and the yan and the solar facts. I'm like, wow. So this what he rhyming about. And you know, not to flip the wheel a little bit, but also Brand Nubian. Because Brand Nubian had us dancing while they was teaching us.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
True indeed, y'all. True indeed, God. Knowledge is... Yo, they was teaching us. They was teaching us the 120. They, like Lord Jamal, these cats was really using what they learned and their experiences, what they was dealing with, to bring it to us on a massive level, you know. And it's funny, like even today, like my girl was like, yo, I love that song. And I was telling her, I was showing her the Supreme Mathematics. And she was like she was surprised, almost like, what, yo, I was learning? You tricked me. You was teaching me something? I thought I was just dancing. I'm like, what? Wow. And it's like, that's what hip hop did for us, like subliminally taught us how to be independent. You know, so today is what we're doing and we're embracing it, but it's definitely trying because we are in a industry that has money. So hip hop has always taught us to create something from nothing. You know, and the gods always taught us to create something from nothing, that Black Dot. And this is what we do, like the hustlers, the gangsters, the pushers, you know, we take from what we have and we make, you know, we take chitlins and make a hors d'oeuvre.
Nah, but we're not endorsing the eating of chitlins.
No, we don't eat, no swang on that plate.
That was not an endorsement. When you think of America's nightmare, I mean, America doesn't have one nightmare.
American nightmare? We go to Exhibit A up there. Exhibit A up there, American Nightmare. Now, we can get into the conspiracy theories and we can do that all day long, but we know that America's a corporation, right? And it's about making money in the corporation, baby. You know, that's you know, the nightmare is that you know, just earlier today I was speaking with a friend of mine and we was talking about Harlem. When we would go to Harlem and there were vendors out in Harlem. So I mean everything from t-shirts to jewelry to books, anything, you know. They don't have they're gone. These are things that people of the community, most of them, I guess want it. Maybe you don't know you want these things. You walk past a book, you walk past a store, you cop. Now, you know, you might walk through Harlem or walk downtown Brooklyn, and most of the things you see is, you know, you looking in these shops. It's like looking in a magazine. It's like looking at things that you really can't really afford, like buying a ballroom dress. You ain't never been to a ballroom, but you got these fabulous different designs and things of that nature. And it's like, that's the dream. The dream is to have beautiful things. Like, the dream
and do
is
beautiful shit.
And
live a beautiful life.
You can have that, right? You can have that. But the dream is a dream. The nightmare is when you got to get up and you got to work that 9 to 5 or that 3 to 7 or you know that 8 to 4, however you want. You got to work for that. You have to work for that white picket fence. You know what I'm saying? And the more children you have, the more things you got to do to make sure they're good when need be. So the American nightmare, not to be on some you know, esoteric. America is crazy. We get to that later, right? But the generic sense of it is like saying, like, yo, you thought it was sweet, like you thought it was gonna happen, like you thought 40 acres and a mule was just promised. Like, okay, you said it, but now, you know, we have the opportunity to create. That's our 40 acres and a mule. How about that? Like, you don't get a physical 40 acres and physical 2 mules. You get the opportunity to just go out in the world and just get right. You get to go to school. You get to create. You get to put your brothers on, your sisters on. You get to link up, and your peoples be in certain arenas where you can provide for your family and your loved ones.
What do you hear now that makes you think that hip hop is still?
Oh, that's what you asked me. What I listen to, right?
Well, how people want to get the information?
What I listen to. I listen to everything, man. We were speaking earlier, and I didn't get a chance to finish my thought because I'm kind of loopy sometimes. But I was speaking to my brethren from Germany, and he put me up onto Junior Kimbrough, which took me back to probably like 1947. Junior Kimbrough had a song that led me to another artist, and I'm like, wow, I don't know nothing about these artists. Wow. Alright, so what I'm listening to now is stuff that I should have listened to before. Stuff that I'm listening to now, as far as new artists, like I'm listening to everything. Everything. It's my job to know who's rapping right now. It's my job to know who's good, who's bad, who's popping, who's about to be popping, who was popping, who's not popping right now. Like, I listen to everything. You know what I mean? Who do I like? As far as outside of my camp, oh man, I like Joey Badass. I like Kendrick Lamar. It's a couple of cats who I don't even really know their name. I just what's the guy with the white eyeballs? Who be having
Chris Brown.
Nah, the rapping cat, man. The dude that used to be messing with the NWA label, and then he just was splashing on them, sent mad shots to them, but he got, his name is right here too, I can't even remember. But it's a lot of different cats that's out and doing their thing, and so trying to really carve their way in it. But I also see the split, the great divide, where it's like, if you're not making songs about having a whole lot of money, then nobody listens to you, which is like a falsehood. And you got cats who think if you make a video, then you on. And I want to say this right here, right now. Some of you people, some of you rappers, need to stop. Just stop. For real. For real. If it's a hobby, if it's like something you always wanted to do, and you know, do that, make your video like a home video, keep it to yourself and just stop, G. Word up. Stop. Word up. Because it's killing things. Word up.
Internets.